Welcome to my video review of the GVM lighting system. In today's review, I'm going to talk about two different lighting systems that they offer for video lighting. One is the one you see in front of us here, the GVM 880RS light with Bluetooth control. They're dimmable LED panels. They feature LED as well as white light. There are three dimmable panels that have barn doors on them. You can control them with your phone. There are several videos on YouTube that talk about these lights in very great detail. I'm not going to get into that today. I just want to talk about the way that I'm using them and what I've found in terms of the quality of them and how easy they are to use. So this setup right here, I have the three lights. I have them positioned around a large table. I was working on using a Lightbox to take photographs of things for work, smaller items like PCs and phones and things of that nature, and making training videos. And I realized that in some cases, some of the items that I have to demonstrate how to use or how to work on, the light box is just entirely too small, and I need a larger light box. So what I did was I took a spare room and I turned it into basically a giant light box. It could also be a portrait studio, but in my case, I'm not using it for that. It anchors on these three lights right here. They provide plenty of light, which I'm going to show you some pictures of here in a minute, at 50% brightness and 100% brightness. The other light that I just recently purchased as an overhead light is the 18-inch selfie ring, as you see here pictured. It comes with a tripod stand. It's also an LED style light, or LED RGB style light, and it has the same controlling features as the other three lights. So what's nice is they can work together in a master-slave setup. So you can set them all to the same color, all to the same brightness level, all to the same hue, all to the same whiteness level, with the turn of one knob on one of the lights. Whichever light you set up as the master is the one that controls the other lights that are in the system. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, it doesn't require anything. Now you can use your phone. There is a phone app available to control them all individually if you want to. But just using the controls on the back of the lighting system itself, you can control brightness, color, and how white you want the white to look without having to have any other connections. They don't have to be interconnected. They work off of Bluetooth on themselves. There's 12 channels, so you can set them up to be on channel or off channel. You can set two of them up to be a master-slave combination and the other two to be their own master-slave combination, or any variety that you want to do. But I found that to be really critical for the work that I'm doing. So basically between that as my overhead light and the three of the 880s in the three-pack around the table itself, I literally have a giant room-sized light box that I can demonstrate any device I want in great color, great brightness, without any shadows, which I'm going to show here in just a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the setup that I've got, and I'll explain it all to you here. This picture right here is just the actual overhead light, the double ring selfie light, set at 50% brightness. This next picture is the picture from the camera point of view of what the item that I'm lighting up looks like with 50% brightness with just the overhead light itself. Now, if you take a good look at this, you'll notice that all of the writing around the front lens is pretty much washed out. It's overly bright. The closed shutter cover is very bright. The entire face of the camera is shining very brightly. And this is because there's only one light lighting up this source, and it's the overhead light itself at 50% of power. Now in this setup here, I have all of the lights turned on, and the one in the front actually has the soft light box on it. And I have this set at 50% power. The difference is pretty dramatic, as you're going to see here in this next photo. Now, by bringing all the lights on and eliminating any harshness or any shadows, you can now read the writing on the front cover of the lens cap really well. It's not overly bright and flashy looking. It's nice and subdued. You can see all the contours. You can see the roughness of the camera handle itself. Have you noticed there's a little bit of white coming off the top left-hand corner of the camera? That's from the backlighting. If I wanted to, I could make that a different color, and that way you'd have still this look, but you'd have a different color hitting the corners and the side pieces. Instead of being a bright white like that, they could be blue or orange. Now in this example, all the lights are set to 100%. And all I had to do was turn the dial on the master up to 100%. It brought all the other lights up at the same time. You can see now the picture's starting to get washed out. Instead of that nice luscious looking black that the handle and the camera body had, it's now starting to be whitened up, and it's not looking as attractive as it was before. And this is the whole idea behind creating a room-size light box using the GVM video lighting. And lastly, I just wanted to take you through the look of the red, the green, and the blue, since they're RGB lighting. I want you to see what it looks like from the point of view of in the room, and then the point of view of the camera itself. Keep in mind I'm taking the room pictures with my phone, so the color balance is a little different between the phone and the color coming from the Canon R7. But you can see it actually does fill up the entire room with whatever color light that I want. And does a real good job of keeping all the shadows down. Notice there's no shadows there at all. Everything is lit up nicely, a lot of good detail, even in that washed out color. That color is all set at 100%, by the way, from the lighting itself. See a little bit of difference, a color shift there between the color that the Canon R7 is seeing off that versus the color from the phone. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my video review of the GVM RGB LED lighting system. The 3 separate panels as well as the dual light selfie stick. I think in combination they work great together as a lighting setup. Instead of using a bright overhead light, you could actually get away with using that selfie ring as your overhead. Thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description below on where to purchase these lights. If you like this video, select like, and please subscribe to my channel.